How will AI impact songwriting? How can songwriters use AI? Should songwriters use AI? What are the implications? What does the future look like with AI? Now, of course, I don't actually know the answer to a lot of those questions, but I have lots and lots of thoughts, as always. So what you're about to hear was a live call that we had today. I run an online songwriting school. For now, I hope you enjoy this week's episode. Hi all, I'm wondering, have you used AI to help you with your songwriting? And do you think it's helpful or not? A couple of months ago, I experimented with AI and I got inspired by its ideas. Beforehand, I was stuck, but I wrote a song after experimenting. I didn't use the AI input though, but I just got unstuck. And we also had a question from Lean, who sent in a voice note.
Hello, Rosie. How do you see the future of songwriting with AI?
The first thing that comes to my mind when I think about AI is I can do nothing about it. I can't change it. Whether I like it or not, it's here. And it's not going anywhere. It's here and it's here to stay. And what we're seeing now are updates to DAWs with AI embedded in them. Logic, the most recent update of Logic has some AI features, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what that is and use it for inspiration, maybe use it to actually add, embed things into my productions. And when it comes to music, AI is becoming so sophisticated, even in the last few years. What AI can do musically it's incredible. It's went from really not being able to sound natural or do much to having full synthesized human sounding voices singing lyrics. These songs are good songs. They're catchy, they're well written, they're well structured. Sometimes the lyrics, I feel like it's the lyrics when you hear an AI song, you can feel like it's an AI song because the lyrics are just really just out there and sometimes make no sense at all. But sometimes it's shocking how high quality the music of the song is. I don't like the idea of the robots taking over. I don't like the idea whatsoever of the music industry being skewed way more towards automation when it comes to creating music, which means that musicians are definitely losing their jobs. Like that's already happening. Songwriters, particularly people in the realm of writing things like library music, those songwriters and those composers, it's already happening. I don't like that. However, living in the era that we live in, technological advancement will probably always mean less human labour, and it just has a bad taste when it's art. But when people make money from art, they're essentially in a market that's exploiting them. They're in a capitalist market where they have a service or a product that they sell for a value. When it comes to my songwriting, the only thing I've used AI to help me with are lyrics. Things like, give me 20 cliches, give me 5 other ways to say this exact same thing, and then from that to jump off. I don't have any issues doing that. I don't think it makes me less of a songwriter. I don't think it makes you less of a songwriter. It's the same way as if you were to pick up a thesaurus or a dictionary, you just ask the AI. The problem I have is if we use AI to write music and then we pass it off as our own music, and that's the space I really want to dig into with this question. Having AI write the songs for them and just telling the world that I wrote this song, that's not cool because it's just inherently dishonest. It's not genuine. I don't think it's a bad thing inherently because we can't look at technology as good or bad, right? It's all about the application, and the application comes down to our society at the end of the day. We're doing way more heinous things to each other than using AI and sacking songwriters in this world. But it's not to diminish the fact that people have spent their entire lives building up careers that are now slowly being dismantled. But I can't stop that. Neither can you. None of us can stop that. And I think that comes in the name, does it come in the name of advancement? I don't know. So I think AI is incredibly helpful for songwriters. But only if, and this is the point I want to really, really hammer home and dig into, it's only if you're honest about your utilization of it. Because if you plug in an AI, it spits out a song and you kind of just copy that and put your name on it, that's not helpful. It's not helpful for you. It's not helpful for anybody. It's not helpful for the listener. They think they're listening to you. They're not listening to you. And so if you're honest about how you're using it, you've got the creative idea. As long as you stay in the director's seat, you stay in the driver's seat. If you choose to use AI to help you, I don't think you should feel ashamed. You're going to get people that say that's wrong. And I think what we're going to find is it's embedded in the things we're currently using. Whether we like it or not, we're going to have to use it because you won't have an option to disable the AI feature. My viewpoint is I'm going to get on board. I'm going to look at what's available and then I decide whether I'm going to use it or not. If I ever feel like I'm relying on it, then that needs to be addressed. But retaining your artistic integrity, that needs to be watertight for all of us forever. And it's for that reason that I don't think AI is going to destroy music. I think it might really change how you make money in the music industry. This is about us exploring our musicianship, our songwriting, our creativity, our self-expression, our humanness. And I feel like that's the part that's never going to go away. And I actually think the more AI people are faced with, because humans know, although there are many instances where we will be completely tricked, but ultimately I think people will seek out songwriters who are not sounding like or using AI on purpose. Because the humanness of this is what truly connects people. That's not what the major record labels sell. They sell idols. They sell people who are on platforms like gods. Multi, you can't touch these people. But what sells is the human part. You've got to humanize those people. And I think that when it comes to being an independent songwriter and an honest artist, that's not going to go anywhere. I have no worries about that whatsoever. So that's my little 2 cents. This is purely opinion. I'm going to read some of your comments now to get some other opinions into the mix. The conversation around music, art, AI, songwriting, I find it really, really interesting. And I do appreciate the anger that some people feel. I also appreciate the fear that many, many people feel as well. I would much rather get on with things, continue to write my songs and deal with issues as and when they arise instead of worrying about them in advance. I don't know what the future is going to hold. Engaging in what's going on in the current moment in the industry and the wider art sphere, what people are thinking and saying and doing is really, really important. If our main focus is on the music, on the songwriting, on the creativity, and we are trying to push ourselves as artists and as human beings to wherever it is that we want to go, then I do honestly believe, maybe I'm an optimist, maybe I'm too much of an idealist, but I do believe that that is all you need to keep you right. I would love to know what you think about AI and songwriting. What are your thoughts and opinions on it? Please do leave me a comment or head over to Instagram, send me a DM. Let's continue this conversation. I don't think songwriters are going anywhere anytime soon. We are a stubborn bunch and we are here to stay. So whether we utilize AI or not, don't forget your songwriting starts and ends with you. You're a radical songwriter. You're here to express yourself. You're a human being on this planet, experiencing things, and we want to hear from you. So don't stop writing your songs. Keep them coming, and I'll see you in a future episode.